Welcome to the West Indian Women Network. I am Priscilla Ramcharan, the founder here in the United States, and I have a fantastic guest today who is going to inform us all about health and nutrition and her work and tell us everything that she wants to share with us. So, welcome, Miss Marva. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you for having me on your prestigious, beautiful show.
You're most welcome.
Such a delight to be with you and a Trini lady and
Woohoo!
Ireland.
Your island too.
Yes. So my name is Marva Riley. I am originally from the most beautiful island in the Caribbean.
I'll let you get away with that because you're the guest. You're the guest.
I'm from Jamaica. I was born
Woohoo.
and raised in Jamaica, and I came to the US in 1989 with my two little kids and my
Mhm.
husband,
Uh-huh.
and lived in South Florida for many years, and then recently moved to Georgia, just next door to Florida.
You're still getting the sunshine and nice weather.
Absolutely. Today is supposed to be 80 degrees today, and it's full sun. It is just heavenly.
We are at 57 today in Pennsylvania and cloudy.
So
Don't worry.
sorry. I put my phone on do not disturb and the call comes in.
We keep it real around here. So, yeah, so you're having sunshine. I'm having some clouds over here. And
Yes.
what did you do when you first came in 1989?
Well, in 19, I am a registered nurse now, but I wasn't a registered nurse when I
Ah,
came here.
congratulations.
Thank you. In fact, I always wanted to be a registered nurse as a child.
Oh,
When I was growing up, I really admired the nurses in the community. They were the go-to people. You know how the islands are. They,
yes.
whatever is happening, they run to the nurse. And if somebody's gonna have a baby, they run to the nurse. And I really admired that because nurses were highly respected and they were just awesome community people. So I always wanted to be a nurse. And when I came to the US, I had the opportunity to work and go to school.
Oh,
And
nice.
and raised two little kids and had a husband and everything. It was not easy, but it was sure worth it. And
Right.
that's how my nursing career started. I became a registered nurse in 1998. It's been a while.
Woohoo.
And
That's awesome.
most of my experience has been in critical care. And I just love people. So I always loved the nursing trade.
Yes, and caring for others. And you have such a warm spirit, a warm soul. You're so welcoming. So if I need a nurse, I'll call you.
No problem.
So you're in critical care. Wow.
Yeah. I want to clarify that a little bit.
Okay.
I I moved to Georgia like 5.5 years ago, and since I came to Georgia, I have not worked in the clinical setting. I've not worked in the hospital,
Oh,
any nursing home, anything. I have dedicated my life to doing research and
nice.
books and so on, and help people on that level of nursing.
That's amazing. I love researching. So tell us about that. Now you're researching, you've written some books, and tell us all about that.
Okay, so I I never really dreamt of being a writer as a child, but as an adult, I went through some traumatic experiences in my life, such
I'm
as
sorry to hear.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't have any regrets right
Good, because I
now.
think those moments are what helps us to become who we are. So that's my mantra too. No regrets.
No regrets. Absolutely. We would not be the advocates, the voice of the voiceless if
Yes.
we didn't experience what other people are experiencing. So I experienced life-threatening health issues I experienced divorce, I experienced foreclosure and name it. And out of my experience, I turned to writing. Actually, initially, I turned to journaling. My
Yes.
sister introduced me to journaling. And that was a life changer. And I would put my thoughts, and that would help. And
Mm-hmm.
then out of that was birthed my first book, Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health.
Congratulations. I love the title.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
your motivation was experiences that you've had that kind of put you off your path a little bit. And what inspires you each day to keep going and to keep doing the work that you're doing?
Well, because I was a nurse and I didn't know how to take care of myself.
Mm,
I didn't know how to eat properly. I didn't know the value of exercise. I didn't know the value of adequate sleep. I remember as a Caribbean nurse, I wasn't a nurse when I came here, but many nurses that I worked with were nurses when they came to the States. And many of
mm.
us had two jobs, plus our children, plus our
Yes.
spouses hustling. And so we didn't prioritize rest and relaxation. I remember missing many of my children's birthday parties and special occasions. My husband would go, but I didn't go because I was busy working the mighty
Oh,
dollar.
wow.
And
Mm-hmm.
that led to severe illnesses. Like I was diagnosed with a heart disease called cardiomyopathy, which is a life-threatening heart disease. I had depression and anxiety and sleep problems and GERD and H. pylori and all kinds of major health issues.
Oh, wow.
And I realized that these are some of the very same things that my patients were going through.
Mm,
And no one really taught them how to take care of themselves. Drugs was kind of the answer. That's
right.
what was offered to me. That's what was being offered to my patients. And I felt like if I told my story of how I was able to reverse all of these major health issues, embracing a holistic lifestyle,
Right.
perhaps I can help other people who perhaps are experiencing those situations or will experience those situations. And that's what inspires me to write the books and to get up every day and teach the message of holistic healing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I have someone to introduce you to who's also a holistic healer in Trinidad. So I have
Oh,
to remember. But I agree with you. You know, the first go-to is pop a pill or take some serum, some medication, or something like that. But you're so super duper right. Those basic needs, our body knows what to do. But now it's up to us to kind of put ourselves on the right path, create a system, a rhythm that works for us, a schedule. And journaling for sure is super helpful and healthy. And it kind of clears the mind, which is when your mind is so full of everything, emotions and thoughts, and I need to do this, it does take a toll on your body. But sometimes, I'm so busy, I forget breakfast sometimes. And I'm just like, wait, why am I feeling so like, irritated? Oh, wait, I didn't eat. So, you're so right about that.
yes, that is so true. It's amazing what our mind can do. Or well, it is said that every disease begins in the mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is a school of thought there, because
Right.
I do know that many of the health issues that I experienced then, because right now I'm 61 and
You're not.
I don't have any health issues.
You look amazing. Well, Caribbean people age gracefully, right?
Yeah, we do, but we need to take care of ourselves,
Yes.
because I do see some Caribbean people that don't look so graceful. And that's because we in the Caribbean have embraced the unhealthy standard American diet. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that comes consequence, because if we went back to eating the way our parents and our grandparents and our great grandparents eat, and their physical activity, their lifestyle, and they go to bed early and they don't stress out, they go to church, they pray, and
Right.
that kind of stuff, we wouldn't be experiencing a lot of the things that we're experiencing here in the United States. but we've kind of adopted those same unhealthy ways in the Caribbean, and we are experiencing the same symptoms and the same illnesses that are prevalent here in the US. So we got to
Very
go
true.
back to the basics.
Yes, well, fast food, everybody's on the go. They're hungry, they want to grab something quickly, but there are other options to still having a quick meal, but it's more beneficial to the body. And with us here at home, if I say, "Oh, let's order some dinner, I'm feeling tired," and everybody's like, "But our food tastes so much better anyway." And we know what we're putting in it, we know who's handling it and everything. So it does take a little extra effort, but it's worth it to make your meal fresh from scratch with no preservatives and such. And you really feel better because when you eat outside food, you kind of feel so lethargic afterwards. And yes.
It is absolutely, it's true. It's amazing that you said that, because one of the things I suggest, because folks are so busy,
Mhm.
if you could embrace food prepping.
Mhm.
Say, for example, you're gonna make roti. Okay.
Yum. Mhm.
You're from Trinity, so you make
Oh yeah.
roti. So you're gonna make some roti. Make enough roti to last for a few days. And if you're gonna make some steamed vegetables, enough cabbage and stuff like for a few days, or
Right.
whatever it is you're gonna prepare enough for a few days. I was with my son and his family,
Mhm.
granddaughter's birthday a few months ago,
Oh,
and
granddaughter. Oh my goodness.
grandkids. I have three granddaughters and one grandson.
Congratulations. Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Thank you. And I noticed that my daughter-in-law, she has these like Pyrex looking dishes. Just some of them are rectangular or square or round.
Uh-huh.
And she would prepare enough, whatever, quinoa or vegetables or whatever, and she would just parcel them up and stick them in the back of the refrigerator. And they
Mhm.
had healthy dinner ready, and lunch also, because it was lunch and dinner every
Right.
single day. They would just take it out. I mean, she eats her salad raw. I don't really like raw salad, but she could have parceled the quinoa,
Right.
warm the quinoa, and put it on top for those who don't like cold salads. But where there's a will, there's a way. But
Yes.
food prepping just makes it so much easier to eat healthy, because if you're going to work and you're going to say, when I get home, I'm going to prepare something, it's not going to happen because you're going to be too
You're
tired.
tired, right? Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, with the roti, we don't eat roti too often, but when I do, my daughter's allergic to wheat. So for her, we'll make like a oat roti, or we'll make the corn tortillas, or I just saw a recipe for ripe plantain and they made it into a roti. So
Mhm.
for us now, I switched over to whole wheat flour, which swells and everything just like regular flour. But
Yeah.
again, you just feel so much better. But we try to avoid as much carbs as possible and have a substitute that is not your traditional rice or bread, white flour bread and such.
Mhm.
So
That's
food
true.
allergies. Mhm.
Just yesterday, actually, somebody shared an article with me that was written by a writer from CBC, I think, one
Mm,
of the TV station, and it said that the overcomes consumption of unhealthy carbohydrates. Like they mentioned potato, but I'm sure it's not just regular potato.
right.
I think it's like French fries, okay? And the breads and the crackers and the cookies and the cakes and those
Hmm.
unhealthy carbohydrates that are being consumed all over the world, okay? And the unhealthy processed meats like the bacon and the sausage and stuff like that has led to like 8.6 million more type 2 diabetics being
Oof.
diagnosed per year or something like that.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so people are, because we eat so much, carb is not the problem, because if you eat sweet potato, it'll keep you full.
Right.
But if you eat French fries, it might not keep you full. You're going to be hungry. You're going to overeat it. Like, for example, I find that when I eat white rice, which is
Hmm.
very rare, it'll fill me up fast, but I get hungry again, and it also makes.
Right.
So, it's a matter of healthy choice. But if you eat unhealthy foods, it's going to make us gain weight. It's going to make us get inflamed, and then it's going to lead to health issues such as type 2 diabetes, which leads to kidney disorder and all kind of health issues.
Right.
So just have to be intentional about what it is that we're putting in our mouth, whether we're here in the US or in the Caribbean.
Exactly. I truly agree. And with the food allergies, what I noticed is that if my daughter eats something that she's allergic to, she kind of gets a little puffy and then she's sneezing and all that good stuff. We actually use a product called Fountain of Life, and it removes the inflammation and the antioxidants, which is caused when your body can't digest certain foods. And I think that's the first thing I recommend to my colleagues is to get a food allergy test. See what it is that your body can't tolerate before you start mixing combinations and such. And then, it doesn't work so well.
That is so true. I am glad you brought up food allergy, because one of the challenges that I had that was life-threatening was allergic reaction, not just to foods, but to products, the environment, that kind of. In fact, I was like a size 12, like 15 years ago when I started, I started getting very sick 22 years ago, but I was like a size 12 and I dropped to a size 0.
Wow.
Because I could not eat. And the only thing I was not allergic to was boniato sweet potato, that sweet potato that the Cubans eat, and a specific purified water. Everything else made me swell.
What?
I had joint pain. I had shortness of breath. I was literally dying. And because I dropped to a size 0. So the stress and all that kind of stuff can lead to the allergy. And when they did the allergy test, it shows I was allergic to every single thing. But I use acupuncture. I went the alternative medicine way. Use acupuncture, acupressure, something called NATE, and all of that, where they were able to clear my body in a holistic way without drugs. I did not want to do Benadryl and antihistamines because they have a lot of negative side effects. And I certainly did not want to go steroids because, as one doctor told me, he said, steroids can lead to diabetes and you don't really want to do that. And I knew that. But the holistic.
Same here. Same here with us. We didn't want to go the steroid route. We actually buy this Highlands allergy tablet just for safety, but it's all natural. I'll send a picture for you. So I truly align with your mission and your lifestyle choices and your recommendations. Do you have your book by chance?
I have my books.
Okay.
I'd like to tell you, my first book is called Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health. I wrote this book, is really kind of a memoir telling my story from childhood trauma, because I had a lot of trauma in childhood. Childhood trauma and all my emotional, mental, and spiritual unwellness and showing folks what I did to take back my health. So that's my first book. And by popular demand, I wrote a recipe book because I'm always posting a lot of healthy looking recipes on social media, and everybody wanted to know what's that. So I put in my second book, it's called Share. It's an acronym for simple, healthy, easy, and inexpensive recipes. It has over 100 such recipes.
Oh, super. I was taking a look at that on your page.
Yes. And then last year I published my third book. It's called Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good, Understanding the Weight Loss Game, where I share how I have been able to how I was able actually to lose the weight like 15 years ago, and I've kept it off for 15 years.
Right.
And I don't want to show folks that it's not easy. Okay. but it's not complicated and it's not as difficult as we think. And that's the essence of my last book.
It's
There,
not impossible either.
it's not
It's
over.
not, mm-mm.
Well, I'm an, it, it becomes a little bit more difficult as we get older because hormonal shifts.
Right.
My son and I were talking this morning because he's a health fanatic, and he
Is
said,
he though? Okay.
yeah, he's 39. He said, you know, you don't have the energy and the metabolism slows down.
Right.
So that's where tweaking the diet comes in. If you normally eat two slices of pizza, you're gonna have to cut back to one.
Right, right.
Little changes.
And we've been doing our pizza crust actually with like turkey mincemeat because my daughter can't eat wheat. So we've done the crust with the mincemeat and kind of spread it out and baked it just like a regular pizza and put your toppings and everything. And it's pretty good.
There's so many ways in which folks can eat healthier. And the thing is that I mean, I have a recipe book, but there are thousands of healthy recipe books all over. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I mean, there's so many healthy recipes on the web that folks can use, and they'll show you, like, I think recently I haven't tried it yet. I love cauliflower, but I grated it
Me too.
raw, but I saw cauliflower rice,
Right.
you know, very healthy. And you can make it yourself. You can buy your cauliflower, grate it, and make your own rice.
Yes.
Many, many options.
And it has more flavor than regular plain old rice.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
like these Japanese sweet potatoes. You can just pop it in the oven. They're so good. And the spaghetti squash replaces pasta, and it's
Yes.
even more delicious.
Yes.
So you and I have lots to talk about.
Yes. Yes. I love spaghetti squash. In fact, I have a spaghetti squash recipe in my recipe book.
Oh, nice.
And my Lord, it is so good. You just, I think I curried it and then pour it back into the case and just
Ooh.
the case as like a plate.
You pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
think we stir fried it with mixed vegetables. And for me, my food doesn't go down really good unless it has some spice, you know.
Yes.
Then I felt like I really ate food. Do you like spicy?
With curry, actually, because curry is not only delicious,
Right,
but curry is very nutritious because it's made from turmeric.
right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the hot stuff like habaneros and the spicy peppers.
But you know that those peppers are very, very good for
Oh,
us.
for you. I was hoping you was going to say you were going to say good.
Yeah, the peppers are peppers, like those spicy peppers, they're natural vasodilator. They
Right.
dilate our blood vessels so that the blood flows easier. And cayenne pepper
Hmm.
is known to stop a heart attack. Like it's like a aspirin 1,000 times better.
Right.
So there's a physician I used to follow. I don't remember his name. He's an Adventist physician, and he used to talk. He I think he's a herbalist, and
Okay.
he's since passed. And he used to say that he stopped many heart attacks by putting cayenne pepper powder underneath patients' tongues when they were having a heart attack, because it'll just break up those blood clots and
Right.
open up the blood vessels so the blood can flow easily. So we use cayenne. We will put some cayenne powder in some warm water and sip on it, or sprinkle the cayenne.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
it's
Could
very good.
imagine putting a little lime juice in there, some salt, kind of like a V8, a spicy V8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cayenne is called the red dynamite.
I'm gonna call our video the Red Dynamite.
Yeah.
Marva, it is such a pleasure to speak with you. Do you have any final message for our viewers?
Yes, I would like to ask our viewers
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing everything that you possibly can to take care of your health? Because every day we hear about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds just dying from massive heart attacks, from strokes. And sometimes they have the massive heart attacks and strokes. They don't die, but they're left in a vegetative state.
Right.
These are preventative health issues. You know, they can be prevented with healthy lifestyle choices. So I would say, are you doing everything that you possibly can to take the best care of yourself? Because the phrase your health is your wealth is not a cliche. It actually is, because no matter how much money you have, if you don't have your health, you have absolutely nothing. Take it from me, because I've been there.
Indeed. Great message. And I would love to know. Comment below. Let us know, what are you doing to take care of your health? And I'll also put the links for Miss Marva's books and her socials and how to get in touch with her if anyone needs to have a conversation to get themselves on the right path to get a start. Is that cool?
That's cool. I want to let our listeners know that I am on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can connect me, and as Marva Riley, or as RN Marva Riley. And I also have a website, rnmarvariley.com. I also send out a free monthly health and wellness newsletter, and you
Ooh,
can sign up for that on my website, rnmarvariley.com.
okay.
I advocate for holistic health, where you address your mental, emotional, and physical health, because they all are all interconnected, and you've got to prioritize yourself and take the best care of your health. All my books are available on Amazon, Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, and my website, rnmarvariley.com.
Awesome. I will definitely be checking it out. And you've paired two things that I love, health and writing, and
Yes.
formed your book. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you'll come back and share some more with us, and maybe bring your son on. We could have a conversation, Caribbean man, his
Yeah.
opinion, his thoughts, and what he can share with us as well.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate this opportunity. And yes, I'll be more than willing to come on your show whenever you want me to.
Blessings to you. Say bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers.
You're welcome. Bye bye.